Hello, how about now? Sorry, my mic was on mute.
Still not visible. Maybe it would go live at 5 only. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, it's live. Okay, I'm leaving the meeting.
Hello, how about now?
Yes, yes,
Sorry,
yes, you are
mic
live.
was
You are
on.
live. Open your camera and then you would be able to speak. I'm leaving the
Still
meeting.
not visible. Maybe it would go live at 5 only. Uh, Hello. Good evening, everyone. Once again, good evening, all. So, we are here for the Codeavour 7.0 bootcamp. So, we'll start the bootcamp now. So, we were talking about the Codeavour. So, the Codeavour is not just a competition, it's an international level innovation fest where we'll be empowering our future generation to work on technology. So, we'll be starting. In this year's in Codeavour 7.0, we'll be mainly focusing on the global goals like promoting girls in STEM, as well as we'll be more focusing on the innovation around health, well-being, and holistic development through experiential learning. So this year's theme is Tech for Healthier Tomorrow. So we all know that our students can work on more realistic, real world problems and create the projects according to solve those issues. So it will be able to help them to solve real world issues through technology. And coming to the next one, in this year, the Codeavour is big and better, and we are introducing more fun-filled games like the Robo Soccer League. The students will be able to create their own robots as well as they can uh, participate in the alumni ambassador program to empower the leadership skills, as well as we are also providing expert led mentorship sections in technologies like AI, robotics, and 3D XR as well. So the students can get a more overview on how the technology can be used in tomorrow. So, we already discussed about the theme Tech for Healthier Tomorrow, and we'll have a look on what are the different exciting tracks we are providing this year. So, the track one is Innovation and Entrepreneurship, where the kids can create the projects under the Innovation and Entrepreneurship category. They can use the PictoBlox software, block coding, Python coding, AI/ML, as well as 3D XR also. And if they wanted to use any other compatible hardware, they can connect with Quirky, Whizboard, or Arduino as well. Then coming to the track 2, it is Wellness Wave AI Robot Challenge, where the kids can create robot that will be able to complete the challenges as well as resolve the problems and of health and well-being. Then coming to the track 3, the newer one, it is Robo Soccer League. So as the name mentioned, it is a soccer game for robots. So the kids can create their own robot which will be able to complete the soccer game. And the guidelines for this competition is very simple. We are mainly having three age groups: elementary, junior, and senior. Elementary is 7 to 10 years old, junior is 11 to 14 years old, as well as the senior is 15 to 18 years old. And the team size will be 1 to 3 for track 1 and track 2. And for the Robo Soccer League, it's going to be 2 to 3 students per team, because it is compulsory to have at least two students to play the soccer game. Then the timeline. So the timeline for the Codeavour competition, we already had our launch at 13th August 25, and the regionals will be most probably having in between December 25 to February 26. And the nationals is also coming in between January 26 to April 26. The data are not finished, come fixed yet, so it will be shared soon with you. And the international dates is already fixed. It is 16th and 17th May 2026. Then for the Codeavour 7.0, we are also having this prices of total 100, and we are providing mentorship worth more than $25,000. And also in this year, we are having some special awards. For example, Girls in STEM Award, Out of the Box Idea Award, and also Wellbeing Innovation Award, Champion Change Makers Award, and also the School Excellence Award for the schools as well. Now we'll have a look on the track one in detail, and we'll have how the track one can be done in the competition. So the track one is innovation and entrepreneurship. So the students can create projects which can be coming under the UNSD's special programs, and as well as they can utilize these five topics. For example, healthy mind, sustainable eating, tech for wellness, move more and live more, cleaning planet and sustainability. So they can create a new project that can be used in our real world to solve a particular issue, like something related to health. They can create it, and they can design their robot or they can design their project according to solve all these issues. So they can work on any kind of innovative project. They can use the PictoBlox software. They can done the coding in the PictoBlox, as well as they can use the Quirky, or else if they wanted to use any other compatible microcontroller which will be able to support the PictoBlox, they can use it. And these are some examples of innovation. Let me just play this video quickly. So this kids created a autonomous nursery. This one is a eco ballet. So these are all the projects previous years done, and you can see it in the video. This one is a ozone filtration. So the students integrated the flame sensor, Neuroflex as well. The kids are controlling their robotic arm. So these were last year's examples. So just like this year also the kids can work on different project according to their wish. The only thing, it should be something under the topic of tech for healthier tomorrow. And for the more details, the kids can refer our official website as well. So we'll start our boot camp today. So this one is a 5 days boot camp. In each day, we'll be discussing different topics. For today's topic, we'll be having a quick intro and look about block coding interface, and we'll discuss one activities in the block coding. Later, we'll shift into the Python coding, and we'll have a quick examples in Python as well. So let's start our section. So we'll meet our PictoBlox. So PictoBlox is a 3.0 Scratch-based programming platform where the kids can visually create the code, as well as once they're done completing the block coding environment, they can easily they can easily do the transition into the Python coding as well. The PictoBlox is having multiple environments like block coding, Python coding, machine learning, 3D XR Studio in a single place itself. So it will be more helpful for the students to create AI and robotic project as well as the IoT and home automation system. So it will be very easy to navigate as well as it will be very easy for the beginners and also for more powerful advanced projects. They can easily navigate through the environments and they can easily understand the environment setup as well. Then the block coding environment. So in the block coding environment, the kids can simply drag and drop the blocks from block palette to the scripting area. Let me show it in the block PictoBlox. Then we'll have a activity as well. So in the block coding interface, they can just simply drag and drop it and they can have the visual learning. And once they done the block coding environment, once they understood the algorithms and everything, they can easily transfer to the Python coding interface as well. It is there in the same software itself. This is the Python coding environment would look like. Instead of drag and dropping, here the kids can type the code. So instead of the block palette, here they will be having this windows, and on the scripting area, they can type the code and they can add the modules as well. If they wanted to add the extension, AI extension, they can simply add it in the left down corner, and the stage mode as well as the upload mode is also available in the Python coding environment. So the next one is machine learning environment. So in the machine learning, the kids can very easily create ML project. They can create their own AI model. They can train their own AI model. So first need to create the project. Once they done, they can train the models and also they can test whether their model is um, how much accurate or not. Once the testing is done, they can export their models into block coding as well as the Python coding, and they can do the coding part over there. So in the machine learning environment, they can work on image classifier, object detection, pose classifier, hand pose classifier, audio classifier, number classifier, and text classifier as well. Then what else you can create in PictoBlox? Not just animation, not just robotics project. You can create various games by using the AI project. You can create animated stories. You can integrate the PictoBlox with the robotic part, the hardware part, and connect with different actuators as well as the sensors. You'll be able to complete a robotics project, and you can integrate different AI projects like face recognition, speech detection, speech, etc. And also you can combine coding and hardware to create more higher or advanced level of programming projects as well. Then, why PictoBlock Startup? So, as I mentioned earlier, we have different environments in a single software itself. So if you wanted to work on the block coding, you have the block coding interface. If you wanted to shift into AI extension or any other machine learning extension, the machine learning environment is available. So it is also very easy for the beginners to use, as well as it is very easy for the advanced person or for advanced level project also. It is very easy to navigate, and also we are having this built-in AI and machine learning tools, so you can easily integrate different AI and robotics project like face recognition and detection, and there is also no need to use a external setup. And now let's start working on few activities. We'll do one activity in the block coding interface and we'll do the next one in Python interface. So let's go it. And the first activity name is Beetle maze setup. So over there, we'll be adding the backdrop as this maze, and we'll be adding the sprite as Beetle. Then we'll do the coding part. Let me just switch my screen. If you want to continue with me, you can also take the PictoBlox and we'll do it together. So this is the Beetle Maze game setup. I already done the coding here, and we are having this stage over there. The maze backdrop is added and we are using this Beetle as the sprite for this particular project. You can choose the Beetle from here down below. And for the maze setup also, the project is available. The backdrop is available in the default backdrop option. So once you added the Beetle and backdrop sprite, backdrop as well as the Beetle, then next thing we need to do the coding part. So for the coding, here we are using two set of code. There are two set of codes available. In this particular game, my aim was to create a Beetle game which will be able to control, or I'll be able to control this particular game by using the navigation keys provided in the keyboard itself. So we are having this up arrow, down arrow, left arrow in the system keyboard itself. So when I click on this each keys, my Beetle needs to move according to it. So that is my first task, and you can see that this is the first set of code I am done here. Let me just zoom my screen so it will be more visible for you. So I'm starting with when green flag is clicked. So it is entirely, this particular project is entirely running in the stage mode itself. And I'm starting with the green flag and I added the forever loop here. And next I'm adding is this control. So earlier I mentioned I need to control this Beetle by clicking on the navigation keys like up arrow, down arrow, left arrow. So when I click on this up arrow, my Beetle needs to go upside, right? So when we take this 2D plane, I'm just putting it into the grid mode. So for example, we are having this XY grid here. So this will be the upside and this will be the downside. So I'm taking it into the point in direction. So we can also control the direction of a sprite down here. So now you can see that my sprite is facing downwards. So if I wanted to make it upwards, you can do it. Okay. So now it's in -3. I wanted it to be 0. So now it's good to go. So this should be the direction when I click on the up arrow or the forward key. So for that I'm setting if up arrow is correct, move 10 steps forward, and the direction is also mandatory. The point in direction should be 0. So I set it two things here. When I click on the up arrow, it needs to move 10 steps, and in which direction? It should be facing 0 direction. We can check it from here as well as you can control it here as well. So this will be up arrow. I'm clicking it in 0. And if it's in down arrow, I need my Beetle to be facing downside. So for that, what I'm doing is I'm clicking on this and I'm putting it into 180 degree. So now it will be in reverse mode. You can see that. Now I'm setting here 180. If you want to live check, you can try it over here as well. See, now it's facing upwards. Next thing, the opposite, the left and right keys. For controlling the right key, if right arrow is pressed, I need to move 10 steps. So the motion is very constant here. So it will be every time it will be 10 steps, and the direction is the only one changing. For example, here in right arrow, the direction is 90 degree. So let's have a look. Here it is facing 90 degree. Then in the case of left arrow, the direction should be minus 90 degree, the opposite. It won't be 270, it will be minus 90. So this is how I created the first set of code which will be using to navigate the Beetle in the game. So the first part is done. We are having this 4 set of keys. We'll be using those to control the movement of the Beetle. And when you play this particular game right now, let me just put this block back. When you try to play this game, just one second. Okay. When you try to play this particular game, you can see that if you accidentally click on this or touch on this black line, nothing is happening because we only done the navigation part yet only now. As of now, we only done the navigation part. So if you want to make your game more realistic, what we need to do is we need to control the Beetle, and whenever the Beetle is going to touch on this black line, the Beetle should be out. So what will usually happen when the player get out from the game? So it should back to the normal position or the beginning level, right? So for that, the Beetle should be come back down here, and some kind of animation effect, or else if you want to play some music, you can also integrate that. For example, if you wanted to play out or loose noise, you can play it or you can add it in the PictoBlox. So let's have a look how we can do all these setup. And one more thing, you can notice that in this stage only few colors are available. For example, the backdrop is in yellow color and these borders are marked in black, and the winning apple, it is in red color. So we can integrate this color theory here. So whenever this beetle is touching on the black color, it should be out, right? It is touching on the border, so it should be out. And whenever the beetle is touching the red color, it will be going to won the game. For example, the red only available in this apple, in this entire screen, sorry, entire stage. So let me just add this block, second set of block here. So the first step I need is, I need my beetle to be stationary in the beginning of the game, and it should be in this starting point. So this is my starting point and this is my ending point. So whenever I am starting this game, it should be coming on this starting point, and also it should face the direction upwards. So that's why I added this glide once again to this particular XY position. We can see that when we place it over here, this is the position of XY. That is what I added over here. And also the direction should be on facing upwards. And also, if you are adding this beetle for the first time, if you may feel like the beetle size is little bit large for this particular backdrop, you can also adjust the size and set it into 50%. So it will be much more better to play the game. Then next we are starting this forever, and we are also having two set of conditions. One is when the beetle is touching on the black color, and the second one is when the beetle is touching on the red color. So let's have a look what will happen when the beetle is on touching the black color. So the first thing is, as I explained earlier, if the beetle is touching the black color, it should be out from the game. So for that, we are start playing a loose music here, and once the music is start playing, I also need to create a jiggling effect, like a effect for the beetle. So the colors of this beetle will be changing, so we will feel like it's more a graphic effect. You can add it if by your wish, so it will create more graphical effect for your game. Then the next step, once it's got out, for example, it was over here and it accidentally touches down this black border, and once it got out, it needs to come back to its original position, right? So we can add that same blocks we used in the beginning and just copy paste it over here. Glide 1 second to this XY direction and point the direction into 0. So the beetle will be facing upwards always. Once that is done, we are done with the black color part. Then the next set is when it touches on the red color. So the red color is indicating the beetle is won the game, or the player is won the game. So at that time, we need to play the music win, and also we need to stop all the activity. For example, once we completed the game, there is nothing left, right? So we can stop all the activity, and also just adding this clear graphic effect for this change color effect by 25. So these are the two set of code we are having. Anybody is having any doubts on this? Any doubts? Okay. So over here, let me just run the code and we'll have a live demonstration how the game can be played and what will happen when we play it. So now when I clicked on this green one, the alignment of the beetle came perfect, like it is facing upwards, as well as the position is also changed to 143 and 153 minus values. Then I am clicking on my up arrows and trying to control. See, so when I accidentally touched on the black one, the effect is changed to green color, and it also came back to its original position. So if you wanted to create more graphic effect to here, you can add a starting interface, as well as you can create a end interface, like to show the game over. All those things can be done here. So the project is completely up to the programmer who is designing it. So according to your level of imagination, you can do whatever things that will be make the game or make your project more interactable. I hope you understood the game. If it's good to go, we'll have a look on the next project. Just a reminder here, uh, for your feedback, we'll be sharing a link within the chat box, and make sure that you all are filling the link or you are filling the registration form. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the next link. Make sure that you all are filling the form, we put it in the chat box. So let's go to the next project, and I saw one comment here in the window. Why can't we add the sprite from Apple sprite from the sprite option? That is also possible. So we just need to, we don't need to add the color theory here. You can simply add like when the Apple sprite is touching the Beetle, you can choose it as the game one. Or else what you can do is you can add this black line because it is not available in the sprite. You can add this black color part, and you can add the sprite apple here on the top. But we already provided the apple at the end game, so that also works. So as I mentioned earlier, it's completely up to the programmer how we can do the coding. Any other doubts on it? As here we didn't put the external sprite, it is already there in the backdrop. You can check it. Once you add it over here, you can see that it is already added. We already added that one. In that backdrop effect itself, it is there, the apple. Or else some other person commented it. That's why I added the sprite case also. So now we are good to go. Let me just open the face expression. So we done one project in the block coding interface. Now we are seeing the interface of Python coding, and you can see the difference. There is no visual programming part here. The block palette is not available. Instead of the block palette, the project file and the module option is provided. You can add the libraries and the extensions here. And here in the scripting area, instead of drag and drop, you need to type the code. And also the stage option as well as the upload motion mode is also available in the Python interface. So now we'll be going to do a project in the Python environment. Its name is face expression detector. So we'll be creating a project which will be able to identify whatever emotion or expression is coming on the face. For example, let me just explain the project here. I hope this code is visible for you. Okay. So I'm initializing the sprite, and the sprite I'm using here is a square box. If you wanted to use a 2B, that is also good to go, because it will be going to type the particular expression as the result. So you will be able to see it here down below. Or else if you want to use the square box, that also works. and I'm adding this face detection extension. You can go down below here and choose the add extension option and just choose the face detection. And once the face detection is added, we need to enable the video on, and also we need to turn on your cameras. If it's defaultly turned off, just go down to the setting option and choose your webcam or your default software camera. Then once it's done, these are the codes we need to follow. Video turn on with 0% transparency, and we'll be starting the loop here, starting with analyzing the camera. This will be the same step. I hope if you tried it in the block coding, it is the logic and the algorithm is pretty much same. Instead of the blocks, here we are using the Python program and we are typing the code. That is the only difference available. So the first step, we need to analyze the camera. Whatever image is getting over there, you need to analyze it. Once it's done, you need to check for the expression. So what is the expression is available on that face. And also this particular code only need to run there is if there is any face available on the camera. And this expression detection AI is already pre-trained in the face detection model. So you doesn't need to go to ML and train it. It is already pre-trained. And when you add this sprite.say FD expression, whatever expression is identified by the software, it will be going to say as, and it will be going to type from this square box. So let's have a look on it, how the project will work. And also we can set the size, like here we added the square box. So if this my face is in enlarged, the size of the square box also will be going to adjust according to the face recognized on the camera. Let's have a live demonstration. For running the code, you can just go down here and click on the run. Let me just turn off my zoom camera because it's not identifying here. 1 second. Sorry for the delay. Okay. Now it's turned on and you can see that it was showing null here. Let me just stop it and run it once again. Okay. And make sure that you are having a good lighting as well. If somehow your body is not recognizing the expression correctly, make sure to adjust your lighting. Now it's showing like neutral, so it's showing a perfect one. If I make a smile, it will be turning to happy. And if you enlarge your eyes a little bit, it will be going to show surprised. And if you make a sad face, it also will say it is sad. And if you wanted to make an angry face, it also will be going to recognized by your AI bot. I hope the result is visible for you all. Anyone having any doubts on this particular one? You can see that the size of the sprite, the square box is also adjusting according to my face position. If I go this side, the sprite is also going to that direction. See? So that's why we added this sprite set sprites x5 and as well as the width. Any doubts on this? Yes, it is already pre-done, like the AI model is already trained. So the AI model here is already trained, so you don't need to do it in the machine learning environment. You can do it here itself. And if you wanted to create something else, like if you wanted to create some other AI models, you can go to the machine learning environment and train the model. So here, whatever expression is identified, it is already pre-trained. So you just need to use the extension face detection. Once the extension is done, you can do the coding part and run the code. You will be able to find it out. Any other doubts on the block coding or Python coding environment? You can also go here and you can add the libraries. Here you will be able to add the extensions. This is the terminal window. If there is any error happened in your code, it will be going to show over here. The serial monitor is also available. You can run the code here and you can also stop it down below. Any other doubts? And make sure that there is one link shared in our chat box. Make sure that everyone is uh, completing the filling the Google form provided in that chat box. If you're having any further doubts in the block coding or Python coding, we can have a discussion. Just type your query in the chat window. And also don't forget to fill the Google form shared in the chat box. If you're having any doubts, just text it. We'll have a look at the end of the section. Now we completed two example codes. One was the maze game setup. We were creating a game over there. As I mentioned earlier, this one is an example. We can not only create animations or any other robotics project, we can also create different games and you can integrate different technology into it. For example, you can make the stone paper game and train it in the machine learning environment. Once it's done, you can do the coding in the block coding, or if you prefer the Python coding, you can also do it over there. Or else you can integrate different technologies like face expression and create various projects like attendance system, face expression recognition, just like this. And we were seeing these two projects in the stage mode, right? So let's have a look how we can create the project or how we can integrate the hardware to PictoBlox. So for the hardware connectivity, PictoBlox is actually supported by few other microcontrollers as well, like Arduino, ESP32, then Microbit, Legos, EVI, Whizboard. So you can also use all these microcontrollers in the track one. You can create various projects on these compatible hardwares as well, but make sure that you are using PictoBlox to do the coding part. So, in the PictoBlox, you can, in the Quirky case, you are having inbuilt Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module. So there will you will be able to connect it via Bluetooth as well as the USB connectivity. In the case of Arduino, if you are connecting with any external Bluetooth module, you will be able to connect it with the Bluetooth, or else you can simply connect it with the Arduino USB cable. Then if you are using the Nano or Mega, you can connect it. Any other ESP32 based microcontrollers. So all these things are actually supported by the PictoBlox. Once do the coding part in PictoBlox and upload it as well. Or else you can use it in the stage mode. So this is how you can connect the Arduino to PictoBlox. Just go to the PictoBlox, select the board Arduino, Nano or anything, then switch into the upload mode and go to connect and make sure that you are uploading the firmware also, connect it with the USB port. So this is for today. If you're having any doubts, you can put it in the chat window. We can have a discussion on it. And for tomorrow's section, we'll be having a look into the track one arena. For example, what are the various projects you can create in track one, how the track one works, how the track one steps, how what are the rules and regulations you need to follow while you are participating in the track one competition. So we'll give you a quick intro and detailed version of track one tomorrow. So I hope everyone will be joining tomorrow. We'll have a discussion on track one. Or else, if you're having any doubts for today's section, you can put it in the chat window. We can have a discussion. Before leaving the section, make sure that you all are filling out the Google form shared in the chat box. No worries, ma'am. We'll be sharing the recorded version. Yes, ma'am. Once we done the codings and once we start with the block coding interface, if you get the algorithm part and everything is completed, you can easily make shift into the block Python coding interface. It will be more advanced for the students. Yes, we'll be sharing the sections in YouTube, so no worries about the recording. You can work on the games, you can work on the activities we done today, and let's see what are the doubts popping up in while doing it. We'll be discussing it tomorrow. And for tomorrow, we'll be going to talk about the track one. What are the rules and regulations we need to follow while we are doing track one, and what are the steps you need to follow while you are doing the registration and the submission, and what are the various projects you can do it in the track one. For example, we usually see the hardware project or in the block coding, and what else we can explore in track one. For example, how we can create projects in 3D XR environment, how those can be submitted for track one, and what are the other games available or what are the other things you can integrate in track one. Let's have a look at it in tomorrow. Any other doubts? For machine learning environment, in the beginning of the step itself, you need to choose, like if you are doing the machine learning with the gesture control, hand gesture control, you need to choose the hand pose classifier in the beginning itself. As of now, you can only use one. Any other doubts? Okay. If you're having any other doubts, put it in the chat box, or else make sure that you are filling the Google form. Good evening, all. So, if there is no other doubts, we can wind up today's section and make sure that you all are joining for tomorrow's section. We'll be going to discuss about the track one over there, and make sure that you're also filling the Google form provided in the chat box. Thank you all. Good day.